research activities along with the Saintgits people in this blockchain. And we also have around
Sorry for that. I think he has lost his connection and he's out of the meeting now. Sorry for that. Let me please invite Dr. Anju, who is the head of the department, to have a few words. If you can hear me, Anju ma'am, just.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay. Just a moment. Are you able to see me too?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, Christine and Frederick. Thank you for joining with us in this early morning day, and as well as to the audience too. It involves the students and faculty of Saintgits College of Engineering. Jubilant sir was explaining about the activities of the blockchain club. Let me resume since there was some problem with the internet over there. Saintgits College of Engineering, as far as you know, we are training students in the area of engineering discipline. We have UG, PG, and PhD courses. And Department of Computer Science and Engineering is focusing on the advanced technology. Right now also, we are conducting the blockchain applications short-term training program in the area of advanced blockchain technology. We have a blockchain club here. Along with that, there are student clubs for advanced technologies like the artificial intelligence, then cyber security, as well as other thrust areas of computer science, contributing to the industrial revolution for IR 4.0. We have a research group here, specific research group, as well as doing research in the broad areas, focusing on training the students and faculty in these advanced areas. Saintgits College of Engineering earlier was affiliated to the APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University in Kerala. Right now, we have received autonomous status, and in the coming future, we will be collaborating with advanced associations, and we are also looking forward collaborating to you people, for national and foreign experts in the areas of these industrial advanced areas. So for the students who joined today, it will be a good opportunity to you to interact with our eminent speakers right now, so that you'll be able to understand more about this specific applications of blockchain, as well as we will hear about the other opportunities like internships and higher studies or future applications in this blockchain technology. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anju.
Thank you, Anju, ma'am. Let me invite Robin Roy to introduce the speakers to the gathering. Robin.
Yep. So hi everyone, and today our speakers are going to be Frederick Dubois and Kirsten Pomalis. So Kirsten is the vice chair of the IEEE P2155 working group on blockchain governance standards, and Frederick Dubois is one of the members of this working group, and he is the project lead of the DLC governance design patterns research that we're going to do. And they both come here to talk us and give us an onboarding on the DLC governance design patterns research, and they'll provide us a walkthrough on how things are done and what they expect from us. And I hope those who are interested will be contributing to this initiative and make this initiative a success. So Kirsten and Frederick, I bring you both to the stage. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Robin. Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
So it says that I cannot share over another person's screen. So.
Yeah. Harisa, can you please stop the sharing? Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So over to you, Kristen and Frederick. We are all yours, listening to you. Thank you.
Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. So Robin gave a great introduction. To flesh that out a little bit more, we are, Frederick and I, from IEEE P2145. So this is the Blockchain Governance Standardization Working Group under the IEEE. The IEEE has a number of working groups. It's a international engineering association, so it's formerly the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. It has a bunch of work going on under its umbrella, but one of its core reasons for existing is to produce standards across various industries, including blockchain technology. So within the IEEE, we are one of the blockchain working groups over here. If you ever want to look at, the other blockchain working groups, you can visit the website and check that out. So as a working group under the IEEE, it's our responsibility to put out standards relating to whatever we were sanctioned to put out standards for. So there are, I'm pretty sure, over 50 working groups that are dealing with blockchain technology, different aspects of blockchain technology right now, whether that's security for blockchain technology in logistics and supply chain, blockchain and IoT, various different applications. Our focus is very industry agnostic, and we're focusing on governance standards for blockchain. So governance is still a relatively, or I would say less well-known aspect of blockchain design. Governance is the design of the collective management systems for the blockchain. So whether we're talking about a public blockchain like Ethereum, the governance would be how that collective that's distributed all over the world makes decisions about the future of the platform and tweaks things, updates the system, usually through systems of proposals and voting and stuff like that. And if we're even talking about like a private permission system that's perhaps a consortium, the various stakeholders of that system also have to work together to make joint decisions on the future of the platform. So these are some examples of what governance is in relation to blockchain systems. And in a very simple way, you can think of governance as change management for blockchains. So it's how you get a blockchain from point A to point B. It's not as easy as, if we're dealing with other technologies, because usually you have, a CEO who's making decisions about what to happen with the software. In blockchains, you have a whole collective of people that have to come together to make decisions about the platform. So it's both the making, the carrying out of decisions, and the tweaking of decision-making rules. So the scope of our working group is to provide a common nomenclature and framework for describing blockchain governance. So we're trying to be very industry agnostic, we're trying to be very use case agnostic, and create useful, albeit high level, recommendations and research on blockchain governance. And these are our officers. You see me in the middle. And our network of members is almost 200. Hopefully we can cross that line later this year. We have about 60 very active members who are engaging with one or more of our sub-working group projects. And we have members from almost all continents as well. So the reason we're talking to you guys today is we need some help on one of our efforts. So the sub-working group on governance lexical standards is working to put together language standards for blockchain governance. So regardless of what industry we're talking about, one of the most important standards to get figured out early on is how to talk about a new technology. And right now, there aren't very many, or actually there isn't a formal governance lexical standard out there that's holistic yet. So there are a couple of groups that have tried to put out general blockchain lexical standards, general blockchain vocabulary lists, but there hasn't yet been an initiative to try to gather everyone in one room and really produce some holistic and applicable lexical standards for blockchain governance. So what are some of the ramifications of this not having happened yet? Well, it makes it very difficult to learn from each other's governance patterns. Because if you have someone in one part of the world who's using very different vocabulary to describe the same aspect of their governance system, then it's difficult for someone on the other side of the world to look at that as a reference and say, okay, I can see how that applies to my system. Maybe I could learn from that, but I don't understand what that word means. And that word is used differently over where I'm from. So it can cause a lot of confusion, and it is causing much more difficulty when it comes to researching other people's blockchains for those that are actually going out and creating these new technologies. So as a subgroup of the Governance Lexical Standards Initiative, we have a couple of projects. One of the projects that we are going to be talking about today, or I guess the highlight project of today, is the Governance Design Pattern Research Initiative. So at this point, I'm going to kick it over to Frederick, who's leading this initiative, to give you a little bit of an intro.
Thank you. Very happy to be here. In addition to what Kirsten was saying, using the same language, it's going to also be very helpful when we start really having interconnected chains or interoperable chains, and then we want to make sure that we understand and have the same type of language so that we can understand how to receive information from another chain. So for this particular project, we put out a notice about a few weeks ago to request for help for the governance design pattern research. So this initiative is there to help us better understand the different patterns that we can find in different blockchains related to governance. So analyze the different governance design characteristics so that we can identify similarities and contrast also among the different chains. Can you go to the next slide, please? So the intent is to provide the designers of blockchains a different a body of examples, existing common governance design patterns. So what do we mean by the design pattern here? Hopefully, what we're expecting to find in this research is that different type of blockchains that can be categorized in, let's say, public permissionless or private permission may express, with regard to governance, similar patterns that we can organize and give back to the community so that it can help them when they are designing either new blockchains or where they're trying to understand how to maybe leverage existing blockchains or integrate that within their project. We're not trying to dictate a specific governance design. We're really more here right now trying to gather the different innovation technologies, ways governance aspects have been designed and implemented so far. So we are we've decomposed our research in 3 phases. The first one, aggregation of the research, then analysis, and then publishing and usage. So for the phase 1, that's basically where we are now. We are gathering governance information on blockchain, DLT designs, and we are looking at basically right now 6 aspects of governance. The human aspect, the smart contract, the network, tokenomics and incentive, source code, and system configuration. As we know, in the blockchain, in the blockchain world, the governance may be implemented and operated at different layers, right? It can also be on-chain or it can be off-chain. These are aspects that that we're also gonna look at, but they are used for implementation of these different aspects. So yeah, next, thank you. So if you are working with blockchain, or you're like very eager to understand how some of new chains or existing chains are working, then we would love to have you participate in this research. There are tons of different platforms, protocols that are being developed or researched or used nowadays. And so we would recommend that you choose one project, one chain, and then you start focusing toward that. So can be by looking at the source code, or by like experimenting it through implementation of a little chain, or looking at the documentation and focusing on the 6 governance aspects that we talked about before. So in order to contribute, we have a Google form that you can fill out. That's gonna, it's a little application to give us a little bit, to tell us a little bit about you and what you are trying to do. And then our committee, that is meeting every Monday right now, will review that and do an onboarding with you. So to contribute, you're gonna submit all governance information on chain or a project of your choice. Then submit some governance information on chain or project of your choice. Okay, we also created a Google form that after you've been onboarded, you can basically select which chain you want, and then select which aspects of the chain you want to talk about. So you can, yeah, exactly like this one. So you'll be able to you'll be able to pick the chain that you want. Optionally, I mean, if you can look at the source so that we can link it back to where you found the information, and then look and then pick some of the different aspects. It can be one at the beginning, and then you can come back to it, or it can be all of them, depending on the progression of your research. All that is going to be collected in a spreadsheet that we then gonna review, and that's gonna help us basically start gathering the different views of the different chains regarding the governance aspect. Yep, and we can move. Yeah, and so once we've done that, we're gonna look at the second phase. The second phase is gonna be the analysis, right? So for all the chains that we found and that we were able to describe, we're gonna see what are the different, can we find some patterns there? So analyze the submissions, discover common design patterns. And that will help us, that will guide the phase 3, which is going to be publishing some reports of the findings, and these findings will also be will also help the publication of the standards that we help develop here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Frederick. So just one other note on research contributions. In any final publications, those who do contribute to the governance design patterns research will be listed as contributors in the publication. So that's the only other point I wanted to make. So we can open it up to questions now. Does anyone have any questions on anything that we covered today?
Thank you, Christine. Actually, I had some connectivity issues, so in between we lost the connection. And we are really happy to know about the contribution to ISPLE blockchain governance standards. Along with that, we would like to know, means most of the students are very new to blockchain. They are actively interested in contributing also. So, in various division aspects, will there be anybody from our research side to have a small guidance or something like that for our students, or we faculty ourselves should connect them into that, because the students are really interested to connect with the program.
Mm-hmm. So we can definitely work on some guided activities together. Just respecting the time of our group members, we would have to figure out like what kind of regularity and duration we want for those. So it might not be something like we could do every week per se, but if we wanted to do a once a month guided activity with some communication in between on updates on progress of the research, that's most certainly something that we could do.
And something that I was thinking as well, it doesn't have to be one student, one chain. So there could actually be a group who tries to like work together to analyze one of the chain. So that, I mean, there is like some discussions, and so then, yeah, as Kirsten was saying, then we can do like one or two little guided session to sort of like see what we would do, and then work with the students there.
Mm-hmm. Is someone trying to ask a question? Can't quite hear you. Very, very faint.
Yes, Christian, thank you for your connectivity. And I think Mr. Goggle will be connecting with the team, because Goggle is connected as the accessibility person regarding the wall program. And also, one of the major things we are planning is that as our students are really interested in various platforms and technology regarding blockchain, we will be providing them proper training from outside, and surely we will be connecting you as well as other groups in IEEE Standardization, so that they will be moving into their own interest in various groups, along with the projects they are interested in. I mean, they are along with the moving with their own projects where they are really interested. They can also contribute much to the standardization process. So we from Saintgits blockchain team, we are really happy to associate, and we would like to know. I think Google can connect more regarding the same. Google sir, will you please?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, is it? Am I audible now? Yeah. Okay, myself, Gokul. I am the faculty member in computer science department, also coordinating the blockchain club here. We also have a project, academic project where the final year students are doing. And at present, we are having 4 to 5 groups. That means a group will be having 4 or 5 members, and 4 to 5 groups are all have started doing their project in blockchain. And many of the group members are here. if they have any queries to ask, they can ask it now, or we will plan for a session next, or we will start filling out the forms, and we will connect with the working group as soon as possible. I think Robin also will be helping us for that. And Kristen, if you have anything more to say.
Yeah, just 2 more notes. So what I'm hearing as follow-up items are, 1, for the faculty. Jubilant, I would like to send you an email with a written description of how to contribute to the research. I think that should probably be sufficient for faculty to get started. And
Yes.
then for students, we could either schedule another meeting where we do a walkthrough of how to fill out the form, where we do a little bit of research into one chain, probably a very common chain like Ethereum or Bitcoin, and we provide information on how to research different aspects of governance. Or alternatively, I could produce a recording of all of that content and share it with you guys, which might mean that would get to you sooner as opposed to trying to coordinate another meeting right off the bat.
Yeah, I think that will be good because due to our time zones, I know it will be hectic for you as well as for us. We know that last time when you took the STTP, it was around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the night there. So I know it will be difficult for you as well as the team members for planning a meeting soon. So I think your second option will be very good for sharing your contents, and also I think Robin will also be helping us in that matter. I think Robin is here. What about it, Robin? You can.
Yeah. So I've already done like some bits of research for this. So I think I can help out. So probably we can probably formalize or organize this much better, like within the college, and get all the interested members on board. Try and get it organized, assign chains, and like split them into groups properly, and like yeah. So and also along with Kirsten's walkthrough, I think everyone would get a pretty good idea. And if they do not, I'd be happy to help out and provide clarifications, if any. Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so yeah, we'll follow up with you, Robin, after the meeting. We'll record a video walkthrough for the students just to get started, and I'll send an email with an overview for faculty. Everything sound good? I know Frederick has to hop off real quick, so.
Yep, I think that sounds good. Yeah, so thank you, Kirsten and Frederick, for joining with us. So
thank you for having us.
We hope this initiative would be a success. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Kirsten and Frederick. One more thing, I would, on behalf of Blockchain Club and our team, I would also I would like to congratulate Robin for his very positive attitude towards all this system. And since he is in, we are myself and we the Kirsten and myself and the blockchain team is got connected. So we should really appreciate for his efforts, and also I would like to congratulate from our team to Robin for all the initiatives he is running for the blockchain governance standards as well as the Saintgits Blockchain Club. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah, within the IEEE, we give him all of the congratulations as well. He's a very natural leader, and that's very apparent in everything he does. So thank you, Robin. Thank you, Blockchain Club. Thank you, Jubilant. And we will talk to you later.
Yep, thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Kristen and Frederick.